Hello students, today we will discuss about the topic Introduction to Trigonometry, class 10 and State Board of Karnataka. So, Introduction to Trigonometry, this is very new topic to the grade 10 students. So, here the word trigonometry, the trigonometry is a branch of mathematics, which is related with the study of relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle. See here, we are going to study the relationship between the sides and the angles of a triangle. Okay, so the word trigonometry is derived from the Greek words trigon and metron. So here tri means, you all know about that, tri means 3 and gon means sides and metron means measure. So means trigonometry means measuring the 3 sides of a triangle. The meaning of trigonometry means measuring the 3 sides of a triangle. So it is the Greek word. Trigonometry is the Greek word. So the branch trigonometry, it is used to study the relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle. So here we are going to study the relationship between the sides and angles of a triangle. So trigonometry, this branch of mathematics, is very important because it is used in many fields. So the trigonometry is used to find the heights and distances. So it is used to find the height of the mountains, height of the buildings, height of the pillars. So and it is also used to find the distances between the buildings, distances between the two peaks, mountains, like that. So and it is also used in geography and navigation, and it is also used to find the distances from the earth to the stars and planets. So means it has also its application in the field of astronomy. So astronomers use trigonometry to find the distance between the earth and the other planets and stars. So and it is also used in constructing the maps. So trigonometry is also used in the construction of maps, and it is widely used in the field of engineering and physical sciences. So we can say that trigonometry has the wide range of application. Means, once again I will repeat, trigonometry, this branch of mathematics, is used to find the heights and the distances. Means the height of the mountains, height of the buildings, height of the pillars. To find out all those, we can use trigonometry, and it is also used to find the distances between the two buildings, distances between the two mountains, like that. And it is used in the field of navigation, and it is also used to find the distances from the earth to the planets and stars. Means it is widely used in the field of astronomy, used by the astronomers to find the distances between the different planets and distances from the earth to different planets and stars. And it is also used in the field of engineering and physical sciences. So as we already discussed that trigonometry is used to find the relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle, and trigonometry is mostly applicable for the right angled triangle. So dear students, so you all know about the basic things of right angled triangle. So here the right angled triangle means it is a triangle in which any one angle is exactly equal to 90 degree and the other two remaining angles are acute angles. So the other two remaining angles are acute angles. So means right angle triangle is a triangle in which one angle is exactly equal to 90 degree and the other two remaining angles are acute angles, means less than 90 degree. So, and you know that the side which is opposite to the right angle, the side which is exactly opposite to the right angle is called as hypotenuse. So this is some basic concepts regarding right angle triangle. You know that in a right angle triangle, one angle is exactly equal to 90 degree and the remaining other two angles are acute angles, means they are less than 90 degree, and the side which is opposite to the right angle is called as hypotenuse. So in this topic, first we are going to study about the trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios. So trigonometric ratios means these are the ratios of the sides of the right angle triangle with respect to these acute angles. So once again listen carefully. So in the topic trigonometry, the first subtopic is trigonometric ratios. So trigonometric ratios means they are the ratios of the sides of the right angled triangle. Here the sides are AB, BC and AC. So here the ratios of the sides of these the three sides of this right angle triangle with respect to these acute angles. So listen carefully. So trigonometric ratios, here we have 6 basic trigonometric ratios. So this is, consider this is a right angled triangle ABC, right angled at B. So AC is the hypotenuse. AC is the hypotenuse and angle A and angle C are the acute angles. So with respect to angle A, we can write all the 6 trigonometric ratios, and with respect to angle C also we can write all the 6 trigonometric ratios. So basically in trigonometry there are 6 trigonometric ratios. We will discuss one by one. The first ratio is sin theta. So theta means here we consider these one of these acute angles as theta. So if I consider this angle C as theta, so sin theta means, so with respect to this angle theta, which is the opposite side, AB is the opposite side and BC becomes the adjacent side. With respect to this, if you take this, if you are willing to write the trigonometric ratios with respect to this acute angle as theta. So then with respect to this angle A, BC becomes the opposite side and AB becomes the adjacent side. So with respect to these two acute angles, we are going to write the ratios of these three sides, and they are called as the trigonometric ratios. So ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ರೈಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ರೈಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಲು ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಉಳಿದಿರೋ ಅಂತಹ ಎರಡು ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಅವು ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 90 ಇರ್ತವೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನಾಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸ್ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವುಗಳು ರೇಷಿಯೋಗಳು. ಯಾವುದರ ರೇಷಿಯೋಗಳು? ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ರೈಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ನ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ಗಳ ರೇಷಿಯೋವನ್ನು ಬರಿತೀವಿ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದೀಸ್ ಅಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್, ಐದರ್ ದ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಎ ಆರ್ ದ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಸಿ. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ತಗೋಬೋದು. ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ತೀಟಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಸಿ ನಾವು 6 ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನಾಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸನ್ನು ಬರಿಬೋದು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು angle A also we can write all the 6 trigonometric ratio. So in that the first trigonometric ratio is sin theta. So sin theta means opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So the definition of sin theta is opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So with respect to this angle C, so I can take it as sin C. So sin C, and sin theta is abbreviated as SIN. It should not be read as sin. You should read it as sin, but it is abbreviated, means simply it can be written as SIN. So sin C means with respect to angle C, which is the opposite side, AB is the opposite side. So opposite side is AB and hypotenuse is AC. So this is sin theta or sin of angle C. So we similarly we can write sin of angle A, sin A, and that can be written as sin A is equal to again opposite side by hypotenuse with respect to this acute angle theta, which is the opposite side. ಯಾವುದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ opposite side? BC ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Divided by hypotenuse is AC. So like this. So writing in this way is called as the trigonometric ratios. Means we are writing the ratios of the sides of this right angled triangle with respect to the acute angles. ಯಾವ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸನ್ನು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ? ನಾಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್, ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಅಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್. ಅಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸನ್ನು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಈಸ್ ಸೈನ್ ತೀಟಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ the next trigonometric ratio is, first one is sin theta. It is abbreviated as sin theta is abbreviated as sin theta. Sin, it should not be pronounced as sin theta, it should be pronounced as sin theta only. The next ratio is cosine theta. So cosine theta, it is abbreviated as cos theta and it is pronounced as cos theta, or you can also pronounce it as cosine theta only. So cos theta, here the sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay, but the cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse, adjacent side by hypotenuse. So adjacent side by hypotenuse with respect to this one, with respect to angle C, we can write this cosine ratio or cosine trigonometric ratio, and it with respect to angle C, the adjacent side is BC and the hypotenuse is AC. Always the hypotenuse is AC only with respect to any acute angle. So with respect to angle C, cos C, which is equal to, adjacent means here BC and hypotenuse is here AC. Okay, so like that, with respect to angle A, cos A equals to, adjacent means, so with respect to angle A, this is opposite and this side is adjacent side. Okay, so this is opposite to this angle and this is beside, this side is beside this angle, so that's why it's called as adjacent side. This side is exactly opposite to this angle, therefore this is called as opposite side. Here also this side is beside this angle only, so this is adjacent, and this side is opposite to this angle, therefore it's called as opposite side. So with respect to angle A, cosine A or cos A is equal to, adjacent means here AB and hypotenuse is AC. So this is the second trigonometric ratio, and this is the first trigonometric ratio, sin theta, which is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, and cosine theta, or it can also be pronounced as cos theta, and which is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. So the third trigonometric ratio is tangent theta. So tangent of angle theta. So theta means you can take C also as theta or angle A also as theta. So tangent of angle theta is opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side. So here opposite side by adjacent side with respect to this angle C. Okay, so which is the opposite side? AB is the opposite side, and with respect to angle C, which is the adjacent side, BC is the adjacent side. Okay, clear? So this is for tangent of angle C. So tangent of angle C is equal to AB by BC, and tangent of angle is simply abbreviated as tan C. So it can be spelled as tan C. So similarly, tan A can be written as, with respect to A, which is the opposite side, BC, and which is the adjacent side, AB. So therefore tangent of angle C equals to AB by BC, and tangent of angle A is equals to BC by AB. So the next fourth trigonometric ratio is cotangent of angle theta. So cotangent of angle theta is adjacent side by opposite side. Adjacent side by opposite side. So now we are going to write this cotangent theta with respect to both the acute angles A and C, and this cotangent theta can be abbreviated as cot theta. So cotangent theta, or it can be pronounced as cot theta. Cot theta is equal to adjacent side. First I am going to write with respect to C. Okay. Cot C with respect to C, which is the adjacent, BC, and which is the opposite, AB. Okay. And similarly, cot A equals to, which is the adjacent with respect to A, AB is the adjacent, and which is the opposite, BC is the opposite side. So this is the fourth trigonometric ratio. The first one is sine theta, next one is cosine theta, tangent of angle theta and cotangent theta, and the fifth one is secant of. The next trigonometric ratio is secant of angle theta. Secant of angle theta, the formula for this one is hypotenuse side divided by adjacent side. So secant of angle theta is hypotenuse side by adjacent side. So this can be abbreviated as sec theta. So secant theta. So secant theta, here also we can write this secant theta with respect to the acute angle A and with respect to the acute angle C. Okay. So first I am going to write down with respect to C. So with respect to C, which is the hypotenuse is always AC, and with respect to C, which is the adjacent side, BC. Therefore, the secant of angle C is equal to AC by BC, and similarly, secant of angle A is equal to, with respect to the acute angle A, which is the hypotenuse is always AC, and which is the adjacent with respect to angle A, the adjacent side is AB. So like this we can write these trigonometric ratios with respect to both the acute angles. The last trigonometric ratio is cosecant of angle theta, and which is equal to hypotenuse side divided by opposite side. Hypotenuse side by opposite side. Cosecant of angle theta is equal to hypotenuse by opposite. So with respect to both the acute angles, means with respect to C and with respect to A, we can write this trigonometric ratio, and this trigonometric ratio can be abbreviated. The last trigonometric ratio is cosecant theta, and cosecant theta is equal to hypotenuse by opposite side, and this cosecant theta can be abbreviated as cosec theta. This can be abbreviated as cosec theta, and this cosec theta can be represented in terms of the ratio of the sides with respect to both the acute angles A and C. So first we are going to write cosec of angle C is equal to, with respect to this angle C as theta, the opposite side is AB and hypotenuse is AC. So hypotenuse is AC, and with respect to this angle, the opposite side is AB. So similarly, we can also write cosec of angle A with respect to the acute angle A. With respect to the acute angle A, the hypotenuse is, with respect to the acute angle A, hypotenuse is AC and the opposite side is BC. So with respect to the acute angle A, cosecant of angle A is equal to hypotenuse AC divided by the opposite side BC. So this is all about the six trigonometric ratios. Once again I will repeat all the six trigonometric ratios. So this is the right angle triangle ABC. So angle B is the right angle and the remaining other two angles A and C are the acute angles. So with respect to these acute angles, we are going to write the ratios of the sides of the triangle, and those ratios are called as the trigonometric ratios. And in trigonometry there are basic six trigonometric ratios. So with respect to angle C, the opposite side means the side which is exactly opposite to this angle is opposite side, and the side which is beside this angle is the adjacent side. So with respect to the acute angle C, AB is the opposite side and BC is the adjacent side. Similarly, with respect to this acute angle A, the opposite side is BC and the adjacent side is AB. So first trigonometric ratio is sin theta. Sin theta can also be abbreviated as sin theta, but it is pronounced as sin theta only, not sin theta. Sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. And with respect to both the acute angles, we can write this trigonometric ratio. First, with respect to this angle C, sine of angle C is equal to the opposite side is AB and the hypotenuse is AC. So AB by AC. And with respect to angle A, the opposite side is BC and the hypotenuse is AC, and therefore sine of angle A is BC by AC. And one is cosine theta, and it can also be abbreviated as cos theta, which is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. With respect to C, adjacent is BC and opposite AB, and therefore cos C becomes BC by AC, adjacent side by hypotenuse, and cos A becomes adjacent is AB and hypotenuse is AC, therefore it becomes AB by AC. Similarly, the tangent of angle theta, which can also be abbreviated as tan theta, tan theta, which is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. And with respect to angle C, this can also be written as AB by BC, and with respect to the acute angle A, it can be written as BC by AB. Similarly, the cotangent of angle theta is equal to adjacent side by opposite side. Cot C is equal to, with respect to C, adjacent is BC and opposite is AB, therefore it is BC by AB, and with respect to A, opposite is BC and adjacent is AB, and it becomes AB by BC. Similarly, secant theta is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent side. With respect to angle C, it becomes AC by BC, and with respect to angle A, it becomes AC by AB. Similarly, the last trigonometric ratio is cosecant theta, which is equal to hypotenuse by opposite side, which can be abbreviated as cosec theta. With respect to angle C, cosec C is equal to AC by the opposite is AB, and with respect to the angle A, the opposite is BC, so it becomes AC by BC. So this is all about the trigonometric ratio. Finally, we can write sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta means it becomes cosine theta, which is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Tangent of angle theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side, cotangent of angle theta which can be written as cot theta, which becomes adjacent by opposite, secant of angle theta which can be abbreviated as sec theta, which is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent, and the last one cosec of angle theta means cosecant of angle theta is equal to hypotenuse by opposite. So these are the basic trigonometric ratios, and these are very important to learn the upcoming topics of trigonometry.